We want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Want to say big up to the peeps locked into the EBUZZ.
Yeah, we want to say a special hello and good evening to everyone who's locked in. Feel free to join us on our social media pages. Follow us on Instagram, IRIFM_JA. Follow us on Twitter, IRI_FM. And of course, join us on Facebook at Simply IRIFM. It's another lovely Wednesday. It's another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. We got a busy night tonight.
Busy night.
Yeah.
And our discussion is a hot topic as we speak across several social media platforms. Plus, we're going to be linking up with Tanya Stevens.
Yes.
And we also have our music artist, Chris Tuggaz. So, exciting things.
Yeah, it is. And of course, where should we start? I mean, we are seeing.
Do you want to jump into the hot topic?
Yeah. We got.
But of course, Latoya Spence, the wife of dancehall artist Conscience, has been found after she was listed as a missing person by the Miami Police Department. Latoya was reportedly found at a local hospital on April 27th. The Miami Police said they were searching for Spence after she went missing from the Edgewater area. According to the police, Spence is 4 months pregnant and was last seen on Monday at 3 p.m. And Conscience, as you know, he has since made an Instagram post confirming that, she was safe. He said she had an accident and got admitted without his knowledge. And he explained that realizing she was not responding to calls and texts, he started calling around to hospitals. And after calling all the hospitals in the area and them saying, no patient by that name was there, he had no choice but to alert the police. So really thankful in this situation that she's okay and she's doing well as per the information from Conscience.
Yeah, and that's I'm glad that she's found and she's all right because you're bringing this is a pregnant lady now. I mean, you just don't know the situation there. So I'm glad that Conscience did the move that he did so that he could find her, and of course she's okay now, right?
He also said no serious injuries, so that is good information.
Right, very much so. Boy,
Wishing her a speedy recovery.
Yeah, definitely. We need she need to come out and be all right now. Most definitely. Boy, I tell you. So what is this? Boy,
I see you going through your file, and it is so hilarious because you're doing it like it's a 500-page document.
Well, it really feels like that. Look at this. I mean,
it's heavy.
Yeah, it's quite heavy. Yes. What are we talking about? What are these? We're going to be talking about the money pull-ups. We got
the money pull-ups. Of course, it's not new to the dancehall space. It's a topic that we have looked at before, and here it is. Persons that are fully outside, and you hear the women. You hear them loud and clear.
Right.
Them not get for wine. Them not get for bubbles. Selectors and DJs are not playing enough gal songs.
Yeah, and of course. Unfortunately, I have not been to a dance in a long time. I did pass through one.
Not even a party?
A party, yes. And that is true. That happened. I mean, it was just a whole heap of money pull-up. So basically what it is that people are paying, they're paying for what they want to hear. And them, you pull it up another time, them drop a money again, and them say they want to hear it again, them drop. But that cannot, all right, I believe that that can be a part of the dance. It can be a part of it. But it
shouldn't be the main focus of it. And then in the same breath, you as a DJ or a selector, you're there playing and persons are splashing you with money pull-ups and you keep playing the songs and going into the dance because you want to make a little extra on what the promoter pay you. It's likely that you will play songs that the chopper song them that will garner the money pull-up so you can have a thing. But then what is that doing to the patrons, persons who paid to come in, and then as the person ensuring that the vibe and the energy is at an optimum level so people can have a good time.
It's a little bit tricky because the patrons, the people who are doing the money pull-up, some of them are the patrons. They are the ones who are saying, we want to hear the song there again. But what happened to the majority of the dance? I don't know if the money pull-up people are the majority of the dance, but you want to have a mix of music. That's why I'm saying everything can be done, but there has to be a balance. And a balance is, you can say, all right, maybe a hour out of the dance, or now and then you have a section for that. But you juggle
And
the music.
It can't even be an hour worth of money pull-ups in a dance because an hour is a long time.
It's about $2 million and probably
And
walk
then
out with.
persons also complain that some of the songs that are getting the money pull-up
A full song. Them.
exactly
That's
are not
true.
even a song that people can groove to.
Right.
And you have seen the latest viral video where the woman in the video is saying that me tired for shoot, and our very own Lollipop was a part of that conversation as well. So
Oh,
we want to bring DJ Lollipop in the conversation. We also have Selector Boom Boom who
Right.
plays out at
Every night.
not even play out, but he's also a promoter. So too is Lollipop. So then that is like a capacity that we can have the conversation with them because they wear both hats.
I think we got some views of some of the people, and we'd like to share that with our listening audience right now. So here's a Vox Pop on. Let's hear it.
Don't think it hindered me from having any fun. Me actually like money pull up. Me actually do it when I go party. Me actually when me hear my song. If something you just hear that song, then it just you just say, I'm want my song play back, and I go make my song play back. And normally them say, yo, I have to pull up my song. Yeah, me actually like it. Fun to me. I said a lot of people get a rave off it when you pull up all a song. Everybody did a go on bad about it, and then it just pull up again, and it's another vibe.
Well, money pull up, it good and it bad at the same time. Meaning, it good to make a extra money, but then you have some selector that make it bad because them only a play for money pull up. And oftentimes them forget about girls then because them just a play for money pull up. And then you have some selector just a hustle with that. So me personally, not too like the money pull up too much, especially I pull up one song over and over just because of money. So it affect the dance in a way.
Honestly, when I did start out in our business, I really bring me on the platform and I don't know, I beer money pull up with to put my brand out there. So now I feel like me out there and I'm going to really do it again. Selector them do it to make them money while the ladies then complain, but you still have a lot of ladies doing the same thing. But me personally, I have no problem with it.
Really and truly, the money pull up, it's cool for one point, but it really has died down the dance. Like you know the dance all night and one song I play 100 times and you're tired of it. You not get for wine, you not get for galang bad, you not get for do nothing as a female. We're tired of it. We're done with the money pull up.
Some of these selectors, they rush the music because of money pull up. When I say rush the music, like when it's not time to play certain music, they play it because they know certain persons in the party that's going to pay for the money pull up. So sometimes it kind of mash up the party and sometimes it broke the vibes of the party.
So the man them need to let go off of the party and make the woman them enjoy themselves. The bag of money pull up or kill the dance. You got the party, you as a female, you cannot dance because the man them are focused on the man them because them want the money pull up. So it is about time that we at least maintain a balance because if not, it don't make no sense to woman go party. It makes sense to just stay home.
In regards to playing my song or a song that I love, if I want to hear it, say maybe 2 or 3 times, I'm going to do maybe a $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000 money pull up on that song to hear it again.
Well, the money pull up, it depends on the type of songs the money pull up for. Because if it's a money pull up song I like, I don't have any problem with it.
It's actually fun sometimes, but I guess when it's being pulled up too often, it tends to break the vibe.
To be honest with you, as a selector, I feel like it will mash up the party them in terms of the females enjoying themselves because when them used to play one song and a man come up there and give them $20,000, them don't want to stop playing till one next man come and one next man come again, and that just kill the whole vibes of the party, and the females them a cry out, cry because them want to wind up them bodies. So for me, it will mash up the dance them totally.
So me like the excitement, like me would do it, but me like see when the boy them rush out and just pull up a one tune.
All right, so very different views there, but I think there's a little mix there that is the majority of them says there it does affect the dance.
It does kill the vibe, but I think everybody was represented, like you said, in that Vox Pop. You hear women saying that they actually partake in money pull-ups and them love it. Mm-hmm. And then, in the same breath, you hear a person saying that it really put a damper on the vibe.
I believe, I think it was the final Vox Pop person said, there has to be a balance. They don't have a problem with it, but you can't be playing one song 100 times for the money pull up. Yes, it's a business, but also you have to look at the bigger picture of what is the whole package for. You're going there to enjoy yourself, and then you can't have it dominating the whole event, and on top of that, you know, you're not going to hear a mix of everything because the people are just, you know, going for these songs. So the selector is in charge of the dance. They can create a balance. They can say, all right, no more of that right now.
And not only the selector, but you can speak in the capacity as a promoter as well.
Yeah.
What role are promoters playing when selectors and DJs who are booked for the event are getting carried away? Because money pull-ups, yes, it adds flavor to the party. Extra money for the DJ or selector is a buzz for the artist who is repeatedly getting the money pull-up, and a hype for the person shelling out the cash for the money pull-up.
Yeah,
but then...
No, you're right. All of those things, and of course, it's all about the hype, but there has to be a balance. I think we have a quick break, and we'll be right back.
For all your power tools, visit Ward's Power Tools at Lot 1 Anshore Industrial Estate, Montego Bay. We stock a wide range of tools and equipment. Telephone 953-4501. The time by Ward's Power Tools is...
It is 8:45 p.m. right here on the EBUZZ, and we're in the discussion about money pull-ups. Are they, you know, affecting the events? Well, we have a selector here who works here, and he's
our
known.
very own DJ Lollipop.
Bring him in now, Lollipop, Mr. Money Pull-up himself. Wham, youth rich.
Nah, malalai.
No, Pop.
Yeah.
The issue of money pull-ups, like I was saying to Bones before, it's not a new phenomenon to the dancehall space. It has happened before, and you have industry players and patrons. The reaction towards it is always the same. It's killing the vibe. And we see in a viral video where a patron actually called you out. In your opinion, what are your thoughts on the money pull-up, and what was that situation like for you, even though in the background we could hear that you were playing a girl song?
Yeah.
Well, as we said before, the money pull-up, it good and it bad, you know. You just have to know when to stop. So you have to create a balance with the money pull-up thing. For me, sometimes it's unbugging for me. Because I don't like a play over one song too much time either. So I not too like the money pull-up thing too much neither.
But you like the money?
Yes, that's why I say it's good and it's bad.
All right, so as a man in the dance playing, right, how do you know the balance? How do you calculate to say, all right, you know something, me think me can ease off of this now. What do? You watch the crowd, how do you figure out how to strike a balance in the dance?
You have to do some bumps and watch the crowd. You have to watch the crowd. And then they say, yo, you know, say too much of them song you play, you know, going on something else. So you have to pre the crowd.
Do you sometimes feel, and perhaps in the recent viral video, do you feel like sometimes patrons are being unreasonable?
Very unreasonable sometimes, especially the females them. Because you have the females them a ball for a bag of woman song, and then when the woman song them a play, themselves non-dance.
Right.
Because mostly female just mostly come for muggling a party nowadays. They don't want to sweat up their makeup. They don't want, you know? So I'm mostly muggling female come, and when them do dance, them a dance and them friend them. So them not even like give the man them a dance neither. So, and them a ball for woman song same way.
The event that I went to, I tend to agree with what here Lollipop is saying. And a lot of the females, when they're out there, they're dancing for Instagram.
They have to snap themselves.
Yeah, man, they're dancing with the phone. And basically,
look, I do that. Yeah. I do that sometimes.
No problem with that. As I said, but everything is a balance, you know. So,
but should we then translate that to mean, because a female, when the song comes on, because she's dancing for it's a snap for Instagram or a Snapchat or whatever, does that mean that you ignore her and play for the man them, or just play for the money pull up?
No, I wouldn't say I can ignore them or play for the man them. You know.
No. We don't want a bull fest.
No.
Definitely.
But hey, as a selector, your life hard still, you know, more well know. Because if you play be a female song for the whole time, the same female them say, them tired of them song, they said we. You see me, I say, them non-dance most of the time. And as me say, if them do dance, them wind up on them friend them same way.
Right.
So it's rough. And if you be a female song and you have the Tuggaz them did they want party and a bra and a wall of vibes, them not go dance off on a female song. So,
but let me ask you this though, Pop, because you are also a promoter. You keep events, right? So too DJ Bones. So if you are staging an event and you as the promoter in that moment, you realize that the selector or the DJ, them just play the money pull up,
Right.
and majority of your patrons are not enjoying themselves. In that moment, what are you going to do?
Well, if the patrons them a complain, me I go page the DJ still.
See?
Right. So
Yeah.
with the one female we complain and say she tired for shoot. You understand?
But you know, say funny enough, we did a play some woman song, DJ cause I mix some woman song, and when the female come up on stage, it was a girl song I play same way, and before that a whole heap of bad whining cartel play, some Spice play, some Idonia play. We just did a mix, even some soca play. But I just one of them things there. In everything you gotta have, even if you have a business, you gotta have some troublesome customer.
You can't please everybody too, you know. And
Yeah.
that's true. Some people just can't get pleased. But you know, it is and I want people to realize that they cannot discount the responsibility and the enormous stress of keeping a crowd entertained as a DJ, and of course also trying to please everybody by giving them like a money pull up, yes, but then of course making sure that the women are enjoying themselves and the guy. So you really have to know the balance. As I say, too much of one thing no good. It is just that way in life in general, and as of course Lollipop has the challenge though of, and he's been playing everywhere. Lollipop, your book out, man. I understand you.
And right now, them have me as a viral god right now.
Watch out.
They're all over the place right now.
Can't manage.
Every channel, every mix-up channel.
Are you?
Yeah, and even right now, just drop a mixtape. A mixtape
Right,
named
I saw
Tired
that.
for
How
Shoot.
clever.
Yeah.
You dropped that already?
Yeah, man.
Well, you know, easy.
100% girl sounds.
100% girl sounds. So me I see what you are gonna say now.
But you say, Pop, a mixtape, that was very clever of you and your team to spin this negative into creating a mixtape, which is a positive ultimately with girl songs. But then as DJ now and going back out there, because like Bones mentioned, you're fully booked, how will you take on your playlist? Will you reflect now more of a balance? What will that be now?
You know, my playlist good, you know. Playlist is not a problem. The only thing me I go fix right now is me what would I say, me anger. Me I go try and get so agitated.
Right.
So me no want to flare up on no more females. So that's why me even apologize. And I apologize again to the female in the manner in which I reacted.
Right.
And to all females out there who take offense to it, I apologize. Because, you know, I'm a ladies guy and I don't want a female think say I'm an aggressor. I'm a really romantic.
You're a lollipop.
Yeah, I'm a romantic guy. I'm a sweet guy. But
peace.
I got hungry, you know?
Hungry. You got hungry.
Cross.
Kaboom.
So
All right.
I just that me I go on for fix going back out there. Just trying not to lose me cool again like that.
Well, you
And
learn
that
from,
is really big of you, Pop, to acknowledge that and apologize to the female.
and of course, you learn from all these experiences. So, you know, you go out and you have a challenge, you know, say, all right, that happened to you the first time. You know what to do next time. So you make it right, you apologize, you move forward, and you know you're going to operate differently going forward. So you're good to go.
Definitely.
Do you think, since your experience has gone viral, that it will now cause more selectors and DJs to sort of take the necessary precaution now going forward with how they play?
I think so, because them see one little clippings at one party can go a far way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One little clippings can go a far way. So when you're out there, you just have to know what you do.
Boy, Lollipop, boy, you're gone viral. This is good for you, though. Don't worry, you rich.
Yeah. And I guess in closing, we can conclude to say balance is really the solution, because we can't really sit here and say the money pull-ups doesn't add some sort of flavor and vibe to the party and to the session. Then again, it depends on which party. You know, dancehall sessions and street dances and certain events are going to be different. But once there is a balance and you take all the patrons into consideration, and promoters, I believe, should play a more active role. You're sure, you know. So if you see that the patrons, now, even though at that point you're watching your money, but that is why a team is important, because ultimately people can leave the event and say, boy, I'm not go back a Bones event, you know.
Well,
I'm tired for shoot.
Well, you know, we don't do money pull-ups there, you know. But no, you're right. As I say, balance is key with everything in life, and of course, this is something that we all know have to look at in a new perspective when we're going forward, especially as selectors and promoters, to make sure that the patrons get what they want and they're enjoying themselves. So, yeah, we were trying to get Boom Boom, we couldn't get him.
Right.
So
he did say he
was traveling.
He was traveling, and flights get delayed.
Right.
Nonetheless, big up yourself, Boom Boom, and thank you so much, DJ Lollipop, for
Big up
sharing.
yourself.
As usual.
Man.
Big up yourself.
And Bones and Kishima, make sure you go check out the mixtape, yeah?
Definitely.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will check it out, and I will definitely see if it's 100% girl song.
100% girl song, mixed by DJ Kaz.
So your new name now.
Right, big up to Kaz.
Should we call you Viral God from now on, sir?
_viral God.
No, sir. All right, Lollipop,
Sure.
Big up yourself every time. As a matter of fact, we're going to go right into one of our features right now, and it's now time for At the Movies with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey, movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. Filmmakers who are active members of the Jamaica Film and Television Association, JAFTA, have until Friday to apply for the JAFTA Propeller Open Call 2022. Through the initiative, filmmakers could win over $800,000 in cash and kind and could have their scripts developed into a film. President of JAFTA, Saeed Thomas, says persons can apply online.
So they can go to www.jaftaonline.com and then they can go to the development tab where they will see JAFTA Propeller submissions. And it's simple, they can just click on it, submit all the information that is needed, the ID, the script. A lot of young filmmakers have passed through Propeller, and a lot of them, they didn't even know that they had the ability to make films from before, and they got this chance. And you have films that have gone to HBO, we have films that have gone to France, we have films that have gone to Trinidad and Tobago, and a lot of people have made careers out of this. So I think it's a good opportunity to express yourself, express Jamaican storytelling, and also, just put Jamaica on a map in a different way.
President of JAFTA, Saeed Thomas. Still on the movie scene, Simon Hyatt, better known as the Tinder Swindler, is in fresh trouble. Hyatt, who became famous after the Netflix documentary dubbed The Tinder Swindler, detailed how he persuaded dozens of women to spend their money on his lavish lifestyle, is reportedly wanted in Spain. According to Deadline, a warrant has been issued for his arrest for presenting a fake ID to police after driving his Maserati onto the beach in the southern resort of Tarifa back in 2019. Although the case was on the verge of being dropped after 3 years, it was picked up again this month after Spanish police contacted the journalist who is seen in the Netflix documentary unmasking Hyatt as a swindler. Hyatt has served several jail sentences for various fraudulent activities. It's now time for this week's Top 5 movies. At number 5, we have The Batman. At number 4 this week is The Contractor. Spider-Man No Way Home takes the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have Ambulance. And in the number 1 spot this week is Uncharted. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. But if you're venturing out to cinemas to watch some of these and more, don't forget that safety is important. So here is a safety tip. Always wear a mask. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Maisha Brody, with the feature At the Movies. We're up for a break. We'll be right back.
For the best price in hardware, plumbing, lighting fixtures, and household items, visit Alex Del Hardware and Home Center, Farm Pen Road, Savannah Mar. Telephone 876-918-3009. The time by Alex Del Hardware and Home Center is...
It is 9 p.m. right here inside of the EBUZZ, right here on IRIE FM. And of course, it's now time for our music artists. Of course, every week we create the platform for a young and upcoming talent to tell us what's happening. And this week we're very happy and honored to have Chris Tuggaz as the music artist. You hear me calling him Tuggaz, and he just start
Chris
laughing.
Tuggaz, welcome.
Chris, how you do, man? Welcome, blessings. How you do?
Drastically magical, man. Blessings, man. Thanks for having me on the show. You know what I mean?
Like
it's more than a pleasure being on the show.
Well, you said drastically magical. Jesus,
yeah. Big up yourself. Let's start with your name before we get into your journey. We know Chris is, like a usual name, but how you get the whole Tuggaz? Rough round the edges?
All right. So Tuggaz, well, not really, but Tuggaz for me was like a personal choice, right? Because, all right, after sitting, like brainstorming, like, I thought of talented, unique, genuine, generous, articulate, zealous, and then I think in some way or another that would probably describe me perfectly. You get me? So then I realized that it actually said Tuggaz after saying all of that. You get me? So that's how I came with the whole thing, Tuggaz.
Neat.
Yeah,
absolutely
so
love that.
It's not Tuggaz because a lot of individuals may misinterpret the whole Tuggaz interpretation, but it's like Tuggaz, not Tuggaz.
Tuggaz.
Absolutely love that. I mean, I didn't see that coming. So, that's like really refreshing. That is an acronym and those powerful and positive words.
I like that. Tell us a little bit about your music. How would you best describe your musical style? And tell us how you got started. But tell us about the music first. How would you best describe your music?
All right. For me to best describe my music, I wouldn't even say dancehall or reggae. I would probably say a mixture of both because I have reggae, obviously, and I have the hardcore dancehall type of vibe. But I don't try to really put myself in a box. But I would say reggae dancehall nonetheless.
Which do you prefer? Which one gets you lit up?
Well, I started with dancehall.
Right.
So, but I am influenced by reggae, absolutely. Totally 100% influenced by reggae because that was here before the whole dancehall aspect. So I'm influenced by that as well.
Well, we understand. We see that you love a fusion. You like a mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
You have
absolutely.
What are you promoting now? What is your latest musical effort?
Well, my latest musical effort is basically a song called Beverly Hills, but it didn't release as an audio in terms of YouTube. I just released it as a music video, and then I released the audio on Apple Music and everywhere else. But the music video, which is actually I'm a Viva right now, Chris Tuggaz Viva, that's what I'm really focused on. You get what I say?
Right.
I was going through your social media feed as well, and I saw that you were in the studio with King Jammy, legendary King Jammy. So, are you working with him? What can you tell us? What can you tell us? How did that connection come about, and what are you working on with him?
All right. So, as regards to King Jammy, all right. So that connection came about in regards to an elderly, friend of mine who knew King Jammies from way back, you understand? So, he would always hear me singing, and, one day, him just come to me and said to me, say, yo, Chris, honestly, me and King Jammies have that connection. I think more than, want him to hear your sound and everything like that. So, he actually took me to the studio. But even before that, me did always want to meet King Jammies before that because me grew up, I listen to head to toe already, man. The whole type of vibe with Frankie Paul and Admiral Bailey and everybody else. So it's me knows the King Jam is a legend for true. So it's going in the studio, seeing him for the first time now. Me kind of starstruck come and say, no, King Jam is this real. And no, Tuggaz, just humble and try to catch yourself, just calm because a king is real. You know what I mean? So we actually had, a great discussion. I learned a lot. Within just one night of being around King James and like that. And, you know, we have plans to work on a lot of things in the future. But for now, it's just conversation. And, you know, me and him been vibing. I just got off the phone with him like maybe 15 minutes ago. You know, we just had a one-on-one and the whole thing. And I told him about the whole interview. And he just told me to just, you know, go ahead and do it. That's how I think.
Well, I tell you something. This is how he's no stranger to
Good
this
company.
radio station. Yeah, he comes here from time to time. So you got a chance to see him sit around that massive mixing board and doing the mixes. I mean, he's amazing to look at, you know.
Honestly, I was thinking.
Yeah, we seem to be getting a little audio.
Board, but
yeah, here we go.
Overall, like, pan the whole TV and everything and YouTube and everything, but I always see King and mix and a damn thing, but I say, all right, seeing King in real life now.
Yeah.
Like, this is real, you get the message?
Yes.
And it's like a couple of the producers there in the studio, I do some other work and him said, stop. And him just touch two things on the keyboard, and after touching two things on the whole big board, like the whole sound change. And I say, King, who you do that? And he must say to me, say, Chris, you remember your lyrics? I'm just stop that.
All right. Enough said.
You know what I want to ask you? Like,
honestly,
we can just see that you're oozing with excitement, just talking about your experience with King Johnny and you saying that you learned a lot. But what was your takeaway from that interaction? Share with us something that you have learned from that session that you will apply to your personal craft as an upcoming entertainer.
All right. So for me, I always try to be optimistic about everything, right? So I always try to step out of my comfort zone as regards to music. Like doing a new song, I always try to even hit a higher note that I never really hit before. I try to find some bars I never find.
Right.
So King actually sat me down and King said to me, Chris, you know, sir, your comfort zone, you're winning, I do. You get me? So when him said that to me, you know, and me I try to explain, because you know we young, so we go, we try to have an explanation.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Let me know. You're winning at your comfort zone. So you see, with that, I'm not gonna just put that to music, Kashima. I'm gonna actually add that in every aspect of my life in terms of doing most things. You get what I say? Because at the end of the day, him right. Like when you really look into it, him right. Because your comfort zone, where you would have most likely have the most expertise in, right? If like I'm correct. You get what I say?
Yes.
So definitely you're winning at your comfort zone. So that are the thing I'm gonna take from like the whole conversation most of all. You get me?
Right.
Wow. No, your shirt says luxury, and that's also a song.
Right?
Yeah, but all right, luxury is a song. I think it came before Beverly Hills. Yeah. But I'm focused on Beverly Hills, but luxury is also a part of, you know, everything, because it's kind of current, because it's one of the most recent songs that I've released, you know, before Beverly Hills.
Let's
focus on Beverly Hills. I don't know if you saw the video, Bones, but when I watched the video for Beverly Hills, I really say, Chris Tuggaz.
Hey, that video there is let's just say that video is what you call uncooked, meaning raw. That's
was that bad, Bones? Really?
No. The tune bad, but you know, some of the content is a little on the. But I'm sure we have the nicer version to it.
Yes.
All right. Guess what? You introduce it.
Both.
Yes.
All right. So Beverly Hills, right?
Yes.
As we say, that girl a full of style. She do it every time. You playing with my mind when you steady to wine, girl. I hope down Beverly Hills. You need to know that.
All right.
She always available just like WhatsApp. Magical.
All right, let's hear it. Beverly Hills.
Pretty like a pink color. Drastically magical. Everything go logical. That girl a full of style. She do it every time. You playing with my mind when you steady to wine, girl. I hope down Beverly Hills. She need to know that. She always available just like my WhatsApp status. Proper physique and me see, yeah, she hot up. Naturally you're so irresistible, just talk what you want, cause you know some I got you from me. I get your body, me not afraid to spend money. Take you on a real date, low Kentucky. I will get you by 7 and I know you will be ready. I'm rolling with my shoes, cause you know the streets heavy. I hope down Beverly Hills. I got the body giving me chills, and then she starts me what you got, I'm impressed with your skills. Girl, I hope down Beverly Hills. That girl, the body giving me chills. And then she starts sing sweet, make the energy bill. She a behave like she popping a pill. Pretty girl at the grimiest when I love time. Me broke once and she still a broke wine. She really want it, so me been a rub fine. And she ready for another round, but a girl prime. Have everything, but she still lonely. Always I send the eggplant emoji. Dress exotic when you walk, you are the topic. I must your good body, you want to show me. Girl, I hope down Beverly Hills. The body giving me chills, and then she starts sing sweet, make the energy bill. Me say, show me what you got, I'm impressed with your skills. Girl, I hope down Beverly Hills. That girl, the body giving me chills, and then she starts sing sweet, make the energy bill. She a behave like she popping up in. No other girl couldn't follow she. Pretty like my pretty like my pretty like my pretty like.
Well, I mean, I tell you, the lyrical flow in that song is great. The video is nice. And of course, you know, the whole, yeah, man, it's set up nice, man. I just, you know, we hear the uncooked version. We're like, oh, what that?
General, easy. Respect me, General. Much respect, man.
It's great. And, you know, when we see a brother who is so excited and so passionate about it, especially when we realize that you were, you know, you're in conversations and interactions with King Jammy. And the way you just look so happy about that. I can just imagine when all different players of the business come around, how you would just make sure you get all the information and soak it up so that you can better your craft. Tell us about some of your...
Definitely, and just be professional about it, absolutely.
Who are some of your inspirations? Who are some of the people that make you want to do this craft of music?
Well, all right, really and truly, you know, Bones. For me, as an artist, like I'm really inspired by everyone who actually like came before me, who actually like contribute to the music,
right?
In a, you know, like an outstanding fashion. You get me? So, more really still have like a particular inspiration or this person or that person. Like,
right.
Everybody will come before me, will do the right thing, will set the platform for we will help if we can know. Say, all right, then this a dancehall or this a reggae and this a our music and we're gonna grow up on it, we're gonna build on it. You get to me? So we're gonna pick up with them left off in the game. You get me?
Right. Okay. That is actually quite good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. I think I know Kishima is saying something. I think we have. Can you hear us? All right,
can you hear me now?
Yeah. She mute. You have touch a button.
Yeah.
You press a button. You're good now.
I did.
Yes,
so
yes.
I was saying, what are some of your plans now that we're fully outside? You know, musically, what are some of your plans and strategies to ensure that, you know, the masses get introduced to Chris Tuggaz and, you know the music and and see the face?
Well, all right. I've reached out to a couple major players, so to speak, in the music industry. Some reply, some I get no reply from. But for me, physically, I'm for the outside right now in terms of going to the parties and everything, and you know, like just being out at nights and not just doing it frivolously, but like having a particular plan, like building a particular algorithm for go by the thing, not just running out just for someone can go out at night. You get me?
Right.
And still being in the studio trying for deliver what can come from me as an artist, because all right, if you're really looking to everything, you know, I don't really have like a collaboration. You know, the only collaboration I really have is like a song with Compass, who is another upcoming artist right now, but it wasn't even like an official collaboration. But I'm just doing this with my team, like who's around me personally. You get what I say?
Right.
So not an official management.
Right.
No, like no official management. As I stated before, like I've reached out to a couple people, and you know, like in a sense of reality, Kashima, enough people are just go around a young artist because they have the strength they can go around a young artist, and they have the strength to say this and say that. You get to me, but me know my talent and me believing in myself and know what I have to do. So I'm still nervous.
I hear you know. I hear your music and I want to book you and I want to get in touch with you. Then how do I get in touch with you?
All right, definitely. You can get in touch with me on social media. The first thing would be Instagram at Chris_Tuggaz. Twitter at Chris Tuggaz, Facebook at Chris Tuggaz Music.
Right.
Bookings would be christuggaz21 at gmail.com. Or you can reach out on a particular phone number, which is 863-2153. That's WhatsApp, call, anything you have to do. I'm also, you know, like in terms of getting like streaming out the music, you know, Spotify, Apple Music, you know, everywhere else, all public music platforms.
Awesome.
Well,
Awesome.
like you said in the beginning, you are articulate, you're expressive, and you do ooze a lot of passion. And I see that the music itself gets you excited. And as a young artist, you also seem that you're open to learning from the elders and all of that. And King Jammies, that's a really good company to be a part of. So we wish you all the best, Chris Tuggaz.
Keep shining, brother. Keep shining.
Man, definitely.
Keep shining. Keep the music
definitely.
high. And be an ambassador for this. Be an ambassador for this.
And like before, thanks, bless up. Like before I even go, like I just like really want to say like,
go ahead.
Blessings to everybody, like everyone who's been like supporting Chris Tuggaz. Big up St. Thomas, big up Kingston, like the inner city, Rallington town, big up Uptown, everybody, like Jamaica, everybody. You get to Master Market Road, Portman, and that's Mr. St. Thomas before it. Drastic. A Chris Tuggaz attack, a Kashima, DJ Bones. EBUZZ, it magical.
Scoop. Yes, I.
Yeah, big up yourself.
Big up yourself, madam. See?
Chris Tuggaz.
Tuggaz.
The acronym.
Big up yourself.
Give thanks, man. Chris Tuggaz.
All right, Chris Tuggaz, our music artist this week, and of course we're just flowing. Boy, I mean, like how him exciting. And
he's really excited, and he brings us this happy vibe, and he lights up when he talks about the music, and really looking forward to more material from him and see what he brings to the fore.
All right,
good energy.
Good energy. All right, we're up for another feature, so it's now time for Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston and, of course, DJ Lollipop.
Shopping online can be easy and hassle-free. But did you know that shopping online is also a good way to save money and make money while you shop? Once you shop online, you...
Kaboom! Highway! Them little fool there try copy them fish. Stop it!
A long time on reggae radio. Yeah man.
Visit Mullings Electrical and Plumbing, Savannah Mar, for all your electrical, plumbing, lighting, and hardware needs. Licensed electrical contractors are available. Telephone 876-955-9209. The time by Mullings Electrical and Plumbing is...
It's now 9:16, and it's now time for Fashion Forward. All right, so we're waiting to get Fashion Forward to come on. I think we're having we're having a little glitch with that. I don't know. She says so, but I wonder what they're going to be talking about this week in Fashion Forward. Because
Sham did give us a little clue about shopping online. Right. Are you comfortable with shopping online?
Best way to shop.
Yes. Some persons are probably not comfortable because they're used to feeling the fabric and they're used to visualizing and, they want to touch and try on and that kind of thing, while you have others who like the convenience of shopping online.
Well, I tell you the truth, the way technology has improved and the way things are being done differently now, I actually feel better off shopping online with certain things. And there's so much video, they'll show you a video depending on which merchant you're buying from. They'll give you a video of what you're getting,
and in addition to video, you have size charts, and description of material and just things to help you to feel comfortable. And I know some persons were kind of reluctant and hesitant, as it relates to, is it safe?
Right.
And I think just the more we are now comfortable in the digital era, people obviously feel more secured.
There's a risk with everything. But I think what it is that the technology, the security features that have been put in place, especially online now, because you're going to be you give out your credit card information and personal details. There has to be systems in place to protect you and your identity, and so that you can purchase. But it is more convenient. You don't have to be going out and in a crowd, and you can pick what you want and you put it in your little basket and you shop and you get it delivered and you're good to go. So I'm good with the online thing, I'm still wondering what's happening with our Fashion Forward. Let me see what's happening. But in the you said go and talk. Some of those said we're gonna go and talk.
We'll talk about the whole feature.
We don't want that,
Right. But shopping online absolutely is convenient, and for a lot of persons, e-commerce is the way forward.
One of the biggest advantages of shopping online, most times, it's a lot cheaper too. It's more economically
and
viable.
in-store options.
Yes, in store, the store is running an address, and they're running air conditioning, and they're running staff, and they have all these things. So that cost is going to be put on the item, whatever you're going to buy. So normally, when they just have the item online, you normally will get it a lot cheaper. The price is normally better. So yeah, I think the online shopping is way better for all people. You just have to know how to use it and trust it. Just trust it and do it. Because a lot of stuff is being done online right now for almost everything. You're online. Look at you.
I know, right? Look, I cannot beat the technology any at all. Any at all. It absolutely works. I mean, it's innovative. And the more you apply yourself and embrace certain aspects of it, because just like everything else, you will have kinks, you will have aspects and areas of it that are negative. So you just have to find what works for you. And sometimes doing a little research and getting a better understanding of the thing as opposed to shunning it. Because, a lot of persons are afraid of new, just new innovations and new things. So they just remain stuck. So move for the times.
Yeah,
we're ready to shop online.
Yeah, I think I'm shopping online, and I think we're going to see if we can get fashion forward online right now with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop.
Catch them on side. Good thing then.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
What's hot and what's not.
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion.
Image of a turn up, stick them. Oh, watch nice, yeah, nice. Image of a turn up, turn up, turn up. Image of a turn up a street like volcano, a store up. I never drop a standard, everything turn up, I'm a stinking.
Shopping online can be easy and hassle-free. But did you know that shopping online is also a good way to save money and make money while you shop? Once you shop online, you will find shopping convenient, way better prices, more variety from which you can choose, and you will never have to shop in a crowded environment ever again. But that's not all. Shopping online has its hidden gems.
Well, I agree with you. Shopping online is more convenient and it's a lot more cheaper, because sometimes I wonder why when you go to some of the stores, them sell something them so expensive, and when you go online, it's far more cheaper online.
Well, we're going to give you some lowdown on how you can shop. For example, on sites like Shein, you can do daily check-ins and earn points. It's that simple. All you have to do is go on the app, click the check-in icon, and points are automatically immediately awarded to you. These points can go towards your purchases. Another gem, coupons. These are like discounts. Once you're ready to place your order, click on a coupon, and right there your overall price is reduced or discounted, whichever you prefer. It's that simple.
Who don't like discount?
Exactly.
Especially women.
There you go. Then there are sites that give you coupons just for signing up. Plus, after you shop and receive your items, you get points for leaving a review. It's a win-win.
So you get points plus free promotion.
See there? That's another way to look at it. Finally, once you place an order, you receive points. And once again, these points can be used to purchase items on the site.
And so much benefits online shopping have?
Yeah, lots and lots of benefits. So you heard it here first. Do some online shopping today, save money, and tell us about your experiences. That's all for this week. Join us next week for more information. For Fashion Forward, I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
The image of a turn up, run up a street like volcano, it's thorough. Yeah, you never rock a Coco Chanel, come run up a rat to my body.
All right. Thank you there, Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop. Good information about online shopping.
Yeah, and as I said, I fully endorse shopping online. This is where the technology is. This is the way of the future. Just like how electric cars are the future. Boy, I miss this song, electric cars. No? Right, so we just got to get with the times. You know what I mean? But we're getting ready.
We are getting ready for, of course, none other than Tanya Stevens. You know, we always have a good time when we link up with Tanya, don't it?
Tanya is what you call a consummate, fun person.
Yeah.
She knows how to enjoy herself. She's also quite smart. And oh my God, she's looking beautiful this morning.
Yes.
You know, see her?
Take our hand from our face.
See her, yeah. Me next.
Last time I saw Tanya was in Miami at Best of the Best. And
Yes.
can I tell you, she killed it on stage and she was just a ball of energy and, just good vibe.
She killed it. What did she kill?
Her performance.
Oh, I think there's something going up there in them truck. And
We're not
Tanya
leave her
style,
alone.
look for my friend, man. Lux.
Tanya, can you hear us? We're seeing you.
Yeah, we're not hearing her. We're trying to see. Tanya's like, Could you get her audio up? All right, so while we try to fix that.
All right, I see. I literally watch her lips say, so you not hear me.
Not yet.
Not hearing Tanya, but we are seeing you. Like Bone said, she's looking fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I know what.
In her black.
And the hairdo and oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But we're looking for Tanya has been doing some great work recently, lots of music and new stuff, and we just want to hear all about all the new work that she's been doing. I know she's been doing stuff with Tad's Records also, and we're looking forward to that. And of course, she has a large catalog of great hits over the years, so we're looking forward. Yeah. But we're trying.
And in addition to that too, she sometimes shares through her social media platform, some of the things that she's making in her spare time.
Right. So we're looking forward to hearing what's going on with her as we get her audio up and running. Any words on that yet? Okay. So we're just going to get Tanya ready. But I'm looking forward. Something we'll need to do a little Tanya Stevens mix today. So.
I said do a Tanya Stevens mix.
Yeah. You want to do that? Yeah.
Yes.
Until we start.
Pop, you ready?
Yeah. Papa always ready, man. I'm named Papa Doc, But no money pull up here, sir. Not tonight. You there, Pop? All right. Here we go.
Hey, Mr. Mention, ask yourself this question. Wanna say, wanna what done, man? And I wanna run the program. Tell me, have you ever stopped to think what make a girl cheat? Have you ever asked her if she like how you do it? You need to check yourself before you start kiss your teeth. You're not ready for this yet, boy. Have you ever wondered what make a girl? A woman must be satisfied before you say you're done. You can't say a thing if you end up a get fun. You're not ready for this yet, boy. You're a little fool as say I am rule the world. And with my bum scary and I sleep over Merle. Get your act together before you look another girl. You're not ready for this yet, boy. Did you even realize a woman have mood? You have to know for younger little girl of one road. That's why you need that man I eat bully pound of food. Oh no, not ready for it. Oh no, not ready for it. Oh no, not ready for this yet, boy. Boys are full of pure self-praise. Hot fire there, but they hold not play. Gotta feel work on me rock up to make
DJ Lollipop.
Roll them up and lock them up with hey. Have you ever stopped to think what make a girl cheat? And have you ever asked her if she like how you do it? You need to check yourself before you start kiss your teeth. You're not ready for this yet, boy. Have you ever wondered what make a girl cheat? A woman must be satisfied.
I'm a fridge, no cupboard, no food, no money. What? Holiday upon the black squall attack and the youths them stress now. Problem not address now. So finger go press now. Time I run out and the girl them fat them look well now. Good.
Yeah.
Well now. And I can't.
All right, so guess what? We had to do a little switch. What you call it? We had to pivot. So we now have Tanya on the line with us. And of course, we want to say a very special good evening. Tanya Stevens!
Tanya, go and Tanya me.
Yeah,
You say you know long I waiting room.
You're in the waiting room.
No, yes, there's a waiting room on the whole Zoom.
Me the pan road for after 4 this morning.
We had to pan the road so early.
But Tanya, can I tell you, we couldn't tell because you look really, really nice.
You look
fresh. I think you can butter me. If you have a slice of bread.
No, me no butter. You look really good.
No,
you look really nice.
I butter up too still.
No, me no butter up. She look nice.
But me I won't make a catch first, but I'm going to give you me.
But you always have after me, so.
But Tanya, look, me can tell you this.
Good.
You're looking like a diamond in the sun. And
yes.
You know that diamonds in the sun.
Yes.
Is your new soulful track. It also features Sidella Marley and Diana King.
Yeah.
Wicked collaboration.
Big tune.
But you talk to us. What was that synergy like with Sidella and Diana? And how did the whole collaboration come about?
All right, so we didn't record together.
Right.
We weren't in the studio together recording. We recorded apart. But we did shoot a video together. And I have to say that me did actually quite surprised at the ease and comfort with which we got along. We've
Nice.
never been in the same place together before, all three of us. And it was like we did always apart from we bond. It feels natural.
Wow.
And we have the similar type of madness, so it click.
Well, we know there's some madness with you for sure. Yeah,
Move on, boy. You see, man, maybe I'm just kissing, man. Me just ease up on board. No, you know what? No.
Yes.
You see the energy where the song a portray, where the song express. We all have experienced that on some level. So whether it be in one way or another, because we are dealing with the marginalization of women and the abuse of women,
Right.
and we've all experienced that either personally or through others around us, close to us, dear to us,
So.
and we know what it feels like. So expressing it was easy for us. It was very easy for us because the work that's what we had to.
How did this idea or the whole genesis of this lovely collaboration come about?
So for me tell you, say it never come about. It was something that happened by accident.
How so?
Because,
Tell us.
well, Mishwa is Sidela's personal assistant, and when we were talking, and Sidela said, Mishwa asked Tanya when she go make me company, when she make me do on the album, if I even some background vocals, and I'm like, yeah, of course, if you accompany the album, you have to sing lead, because me think a joke where a joke.
Oh.
And she was like, all right, cool, and I'm like, hold on a little bit. A joke can make her. Like, no, she's serious, she really wants to accompany her.
Wow.
She wants to sing with you. I'm like, what? Me know why you sing a background part. You're mad. You know how long Sidela not sing nothing?
Right, Sidela Marley, yeah.
The mere fact that she hasn't done anything, no, let me tell you now. Marley never compare my song. Sidela compare my song. Because me see her as an individual. Now let me explain how me first see her. The first time when me actually start pay attention to Sidela when she started the football thing with the girls.
Right.
Yes.
And the first, me tell her too, my first impression of you when you did that was, yeah, the girl a lick her head. Because me never see the potential where she see. Me never lie. You know me no lie.
Yes, that's true.
So me say, all right, this is what you do now. When you just run out of things to do and you're bored and you just adapt the cards.
Right.
And then me see which part is gone. I may have to go back and me apologize to her in my head first, and then me apologize in person because me say, I could not see it. You have vision. And then me look closer and see, is a woman who do enough work and not take no praise, you know. And it's easy to look on them from the outside and just simply focus on the father name and take the whole of them and put in our bunch and never see them as individuals. But them are people. And she do work, real work. Take money out of her pocket and do things where she not even take a credit for. Or she not walk no red carpet and go rub no shoulder and look no award for nobody no way.
True.
She just do it. So when we see the work what she do for females and the environment what she try to create, and the opportunities that she try to create, it resonates with me. When we see what Diana do for females, maybe we not all have the exact same experience, but when we do work at the same outcome we are look for. And that is what put us in the same space. Because me and Diana, we go back further than me and Sidela.
Right.
Right? And we always talk about working together and it never really manifests. But me believe in organic work and me believe in everything in its time. And, you know, this was the time and this was the work.
Yeah, absolutely love it, man.
Awesome.
You kind of hinted at the album. Can you tell us, what can you tell us about it? How many tracks we know about this collaboration? And have you decided on a release date?
Listen, I'm not telling you all like collaboration because some of them still shock me. So them have to shock on it too.
Wow.
What?
Sure, at least give me one.
The tracks, first of all, let me tell you something. Tanya Sims and Jonathan really and truly should not be working together because we all need one adult to supervise it. That's the same kind of
like
madness.
a junior tax, yes. Well, that's true.
We have the same madness in our music. So
no, madman.
When we work, we could have spent the next 10 years and make the album and never notice. Because we make mostly about 30 tracks to work on, or maybe 40. You know?
Wow.
And to whittle it down to an album size, believe me, I know no easy job.
Right.
I know easy job. Because there's nothing that we really wanted to throw away.
Right.
You know? So for we, and that the job that we have to actually whittle it down and be like, oh gosh, we can't. This is not a movie. It's an album.
Right.
You can't keep listening for the next 3 hours. I know Titanic. So we did have to cut off. But may I tell her something though? Me not tell her no all over the funny something. Me done big youth already and tell people say, yo, the little pitney na me a scream. Because Big Youth is a man who me I look on from long time. Nobody feel like me just a listening man. I me look on him in stylish. The way him express himself, him not no box. Him just express himself and him just do what I feel when him go up on stage, him free up, him dress him a fashion icon in some ways where most Jamaicans not see. And me not a fashion person, but me I want a free will and free spirit person. And me see that and experience that in him and me love him feet.
Nice.
So when we go up on a record with him, believe me, me scream every time when I see him space, me squeeze him up, me hug him up and squeeze him so tight. You know, and me overjoyed. This is one I think big up. Me already let out Nadine too. Me let out the bag say Nadine and me have a tune on it. Remember me when me little bit Nadine and me see her on TV and me
right.
And she had her chain and Nadine could have skin her teeth and her heart and I me same thing me I do so she look like me.
Yes.
And she wasn't a white people pick me and she have poor people pick me and she come from bush like me. So me did really could have relate to her. She was not the uptown accent. She was not the the mix. You know when you see one Jamaican advertisement with 2 black people, they have one white people.
Yes.
Nadine wasn't one of those. She actually made me feel represented in my local media. And somebody really love her for that. And then we meet her with one friend and we assist and it full circle, everything feel like it right.
Boy, I'm telling you, the buzz that we're getting in terms
not
of...
only that, but just with how you're explaining it, like, me excited. What's the title? Because Tanya ain't no bones. When you hear our title of our projects, it can give you some insights,
Yeah, that's true. She's a prolific writer too, so tell me the title, Tanya.
Well, I call it, we have a working title for now because we love it, but it could still change. Blame It on Rock and Roll is what I titled it. And I kind of see myself as rock and roll too, because everybody when they look things to blame, they go find the nearest scapegoat. And people who raise bad kids, when people them pick the pass or exam, them take the praise, the credit.
Yes.
When the people get a big job, them take the praise, the credit. But when the people get in trouble, them back off and start blame society and the music and the movies and the artists and everything else but themselves.
Right.
But we only take praise and credit. We don't take responsibility.
That's
and
true.
rock and roll represent for me the escape from that box, the how you're supposed to be, the expectations, and also the scapegoat. And I kind of relate to rock and roll that way. The reggae later on became the same thing.
Right.
So I relate. I do reggae, I listen rock and roll, I influenced by it, I make music, and I say blame it for rock and roll because there's some things. And I don't want to take responsibility for it and then I don't look around for something to blame. And if you have to find something else to blame for your bad behavior, then blame it for rock and roll.
Right.
All right. I'm excited. I definitely know her titles will give you some insights and get you excited, so.
I'm excited to hear this album because it's always substantive with her writing and, of course, her presentation. I just don't know what else to do now. When I talk to Tanya, it's like, say this girl is going to give me some problem, in the night here.
Me just sorry say me can't convict long. I
love your love way. Go on, sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a great project.
No, Tanya, it's true.
It's such an easy work relation.
Yes.
Easy. Very easy. And big up all of the musicians because when I first came to Tuggaz Records in 2020 and we started working, I was coming out of depression because, being under house arrest and not understanding why because I commit no crime was very hard on my psyche.
Yeah.
And it was a long period of house arrest.
Yeah.
And I was being gaslit by our politicians every day because they might tell me, we know under lockdown, but yet still,
you can't move.
Afterwards, I figure on my bed like I'm a father I live with. And it's very confusing. It started to mess with my mind. I may tell you this. A lot of people think I'm problematic and I love start argument. I do not. I would prefer to be left alone and have a comic I read, or one Sidney Sheldon, or one Michael Crichton, or one Stephen King, something where can stimulate my brain, and nobody wouldn't hear from me. Right. But we have problems, and we have to discuss them because they affect me. And the problem is that we were myopic in our measures.
Right.
We did not see each other. And we prescribed things that were good for us, but would kill somebody else. Like, for example, when we sit in a yard, a one room, come out, you couldn't send me go to my yard when we are 10. We would have probably dead in there. We'd have no toilet in there. Wow. And if we go out in the yard, it would have been a gathering because at tenement, me come out.
Right.
So that is something I will never forgive Jamaicans for being so short-sighted and insensitive that they actually sentence each other to house arrest without considering the condition that their house was in, if they had a house.
Right.
So me that come out of that time, reach around a tad. And at daytime, I want to tell you, sometimes we are in that till morning, you know, because if curfew catch you, and you're in the middle of something, if you break that train of thought, they made no concession for the entertainment industry, although they ride power back so much. If you break that train of thought and you come back tomorrow when them open the place, you're not catching it back. It's like a gossamer's wings and it never comes back.
Right.
It now come back. So we had to just stay. And them feel like we are rebellious and we are be some bad broke, indisciplined people. No, you are being insensitive. Right. And so that is where Chad found me and rescue my brain. Because I have the kind of brain I can lock up in the way, that's why I'm not commit crime.
You know, you always said to me that I need to come there and see some of the work that has been going on because you're always saying to me, look, a whole heap of work going on in our bones, enough work going on. And we just can't wait.
At the work what we are doing, and you see, even though we people them never make no concession for we and giving up pass so we could have travel freely. At the work what we do, sometimes even illegally. Because we out when we shouldn't be at work. At that work they save we from insanity.
Right. And I tell you,
listen to me, let me tell you something. Big up Taz, big up all of the artists, them and musicians, them will pass through this song. Big up on yourself. And you see all them people that keep show, because I know so we are talking about show for tomorrow. See them people that keep show, when enough for no lose enough money and me feel for them. I know the people not talk about that. About all the venues, we still have to pay them taxes and still have to pay government how much government want. And can't keep nothing to make a dime for 2 years.
Yep.
Yo, listen to me, man. I embrace, with every fiber of my being because I know what that feel like. I know it's rough.
Yeah, and you're not alone.
Come on to boat and I try to keep showing me big enough to the max, because me probably would never do it back,
And you're not alone in that, Tanya, because there's some artists that we have spoken to where the whole pandemic and the whole lockdown for the 2 years has really affected them and in very bad ways. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I had an off-air conversation with one, and I was like, this is really serious.
It's bad.
It's bad,
man.
And especially for people who live alone.
Nobody mentioned. Listen, Dr. Patrice Charles, big up yourself, and all of the council of them where I work alongside me and I help people who are survivors of trauma like myself. Big up, because just being able to talk to people like that helped a lot too. Big up all of my friends who listen to me rant and raving at them ears and ball on them. And big up everybody. Big up. I want big up Gary Matalan, because when me head my chip lick and I say, yo, me need to sing somewhere. Me need to sing somewhere. Gary say, so you can always come at Tracks and Records.
Yep.
So big him up to the max and the whole of Tracks family. Because what I did at Tracks, if I didn't do that, I would have spontaneously combust. Well, don't worry. We so spontaneously combusted with you, because that was a show. That was a show. And yes, man, I big up Sunshine, Lord of mercy. What a girl putting on a behavior, you can't talk to her.
No, she came back and she talked about that show, Satil.
Yeah, Sunshine was the MC.
But you know what, Tanya?
It was good.
Like you mentioned, saying, when you through your social media platform, right? Just share information about your music, you tackle hard issues, you share world news, you give information, you share your thoughts and your opinions. And in your latest IG video, you talk about critical thinkers and encouraging people to be critical thinkers. Do you think critical thinking skills have declined due to the whole level of dependency on the digital era? Oh, Jesus. Decline? It's dead. Majority of people right now think that critical thinking means they must think about other people's business and criticize it.
That's our critical thinking reduced to. We not try to look for no point in no conversation again. We just listen for something to be triggered by and cuss.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And we get to learn over the last 2 years. A lot of people made the thing smart, and they're like bricks. Yeah. You know what?
Or just listening with the intent to respond.
Bricks and not just the money alone. Keep people them too.
You know, I tell you, I'm just reverting to that music. The song with Diana King and Sidenama, I think we should just play it. What do you think?
Yes.
I just love that song. I love it. So, Tanya, you want to introduce it your way, your style?
Listen, for everybody who suffered trauma,
yes.
Listen, I know just woman suffer trauma neither, but I want the man them to know that we see you now and we hear you now. I want you to listen to this song and understand that you are heard, you are felt, you're seen, you're not invalid and you're not invisible, and help is around. Email ntrauma@gmail.com and talk to a professional. But listen to that song here and take heart and know, so we see you, we hear you, we there.
Love it. Let's hear it.
Yeah. She just sits there crying. Nobody hears her though. And her hope, it isn't dying. No, she gave up on it years ago. She's never had a taste of your justice. Her truth has never been spoken whole. Just one of a million faces interrupted. Another beautiful broken soul. And ooh, they're gonna make us cry tonight. Oh, we forgive them, everyone. 'Cause even the tears are beautiful as they glisten like diamonds in the sun. So she sits there waiting, embracing her inner child, who has been anticipating getting some justice for the longest while. See, those who were supposed to protect her were the ones who hurt her most. And the so-called guardians of morality keep extracting the highest cost. Ooh, they're gonna make us cry tonight, but we'll forgive them, everyone. Oh, we'll forgive. 'Cause even our tears are beautiful as they glisten like diamonds in the sun.
And we're gonna keep chasing justice, yeah, till it's got no place left to run.
Tell him, sis.
And we're never gonna stop fighting, 'cause I know we'll overcome. So now my state, my sisters, sound the trumpets and beat the drum. No tears of hate, these are tears that illuminate as they glisten like diamonds in the sun.
You hear that tune? You hear that?
Look, absolutely love the song. Now, Tanya, tell us what your calendar looks like. You know, we know you have a big performance coming up. I think it's tomorrow. Yes. But where else can we see Tanya and talk to us about that event?
And if you need anybody to carry your bag, you know I'm right here for you, darling.
But if you need nobody to carry your bag, I carry you. Carry my baggage.
Why, man?
No, tomorrow night. No, first of all, I have a video tomorrow night. A bamboo splash, no?
Yes.
Because tomorrow night, I think, you know, because it's an acoustic performance. Now, I've done performances.
Yes.
A few performances here and there over the last few months, but this is the first one which is going to be me. It's not me and a bunch of other people, so it's going to be me. I'm going to be focused. I'm going to be able to get into the songs and, you know, do the interaction. Women love the interaction part. I might show them.
Right.
And it's me and the band. It's not a pass-through thing. It's not a 5 minutes. It's not a 15 minutes. It's time. We are going to get intimate. Nice. And it's acoustic. So, you know, it's going to mean more emotions and raw and vulnerable and all of that. Yes. So, tomorrow night, I'm excited and I can't wait.
Yeah, me love that.
And
I mean,
of course, we have album I drop. So, you know, say, you ever see me around the place, I introduce the album.
Right.
Now, you know, my thing that I don't ask people to support me. I've made an album. Check it out. If you have time, listen to the song, man. If it resonates with you, then pick it up. But I don't really ask people for something. I know why you buy my album. I know it's not a handicap, girl. It's a promoter. Ask you if you go and support me thing. And music I make is a product, and if it don't suit you, then by no means stop it you. But check it out. Some nice song upon it, and me buy it if me never get a free copy.
You know, ramp them way there.
All right. No, you know, Bones, whether it is planter boxes or building a table, did you know that Tanya Stevens, she enjoy her DIY projects?
Oh, I think you said DUI. Whoops.
No. You know from when me I wait for one table.
So you know I share up on my
right.
You're quiet, man, because you know, if I may get my table long time.
Tell us, Tanya, what have you made that you are so proud of to this day? When you look on it, you can't believe you did that.
Well, to be honest with you, the thing that I made that I'm most proud of, I can't believe I do that, I'm a dad. Outside of that,
tell her hi for me.
Me have no lot of part in making another human because I'm not maternal, I'm not nurturing like that. But we turned out right. We raise each other and we manage to turn out all right. And then we start make wood things, you know, furniture and stuff like that.
Wow.
I'm a creator. So whichever avenue me take that creativity to, me go make something. Right. Whether me go make one writing or me go make one song or me go make something. I've done everything with my hands. I do macrame, crochet, knit, tat, everything we can think of. Embroidery, I've done it. And woodwork kind of sit with me. I don't know, maybe I can't tell me get it from picture this. Wood specialist in this, you know, they're specialist. But yeah, if borrow, I didn't pick up yourself. I really love it. It relaxes me.
Yes.
And I know that enough people never believe this, but it has made me more patient.
True.
As I was impatient and grouchy as me seem now, I was worse. But when you work with power tools, you can't afford to be impatient. You will cut off a limb.
True.
So, you know, big up. Me just want to big up every hardware store. Big up all of the people that will sell lumber. And everybody who has entertained me and accommodated me. Big up all of the workmen that where me and them work together over the years.
Right.
Because me really do enjoy it, and people are fascinated by the fact that me enjoy it, so them do indulge me and them teach me things.
Right.
And me I want eager students, so me learn. Me have every tool where me need so far, but as soon as me learn something else, me I go for that tool too. And me make table, chair, bed, and my bed and me make it.
Wow.
Yeah, because anything in a store, anybody can buy that. But my bed, you can't get one like this, and me make it, and me not make none give. And
maybe just a put in one order, you know. It just a put in the order, you know. Boy,
listen to me. Now the mason them build the column, but me build the deck, me build on the deck on it. And the thing what I think me like the most. I don't know if most proud of. I'm proud of everything, but the thing I like the most is the deck railing, because that me call it driftwood at the seaside. Big up Pudgy and big up back at Port Maria. Where name the church.
Right.
We collect driftwood and we make the railing out of driftwood. All that cost me was some screws to put them in. So I just want to tell people, say, don't stop complaining so much and get up and look around and start and make fashion and be less helpless in your life.
Yeah.
You know, because on everything you have to walk in our store and buy, and on everything you have to call a man and pay him $1 million. I actually enjoy doing this. I do this because I enjoy it, but I also really enjoy my savings, because this, cost me nothing to make something for myself.
I love that. I love that. Tanya, it's always so great to talk to you.
Man.
And, we have to buck you up, because we know where to buck you up. So, We will. No, man. No, you might not. That is off here. But Tanya, it's always good to talk to you. You always are a lady with such depth in terms of conversation and, of course, in the music.
And continue being you. I mean, look here. It's always refreshing to stop by your page, whether you're live or whatever it is. Always refreshing.
And Tanya, try behave yourself. No, just try. Me not say it not easy, but
me have not that say. Listen, big enough, and when the people in the ears so me come on vex, right? I don't know something real. Me no sugarcoat none. But them people are my family in a real life.
Right.
Big up on yourself and me love you know. All of me us. Yeah, and thanks for having me. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right,
big up.
Enough love, Tanya. Be safe. Respect.
Later.
Yeah, man.
All right, Tanya Stevens. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Of course. Always great to talk to her. We're looking forward to the album coming out soon. I know that she and Tadz Jr. have been doing a lot of work together. And we're looking forward to seeing the end product. But guess what? We're getting crunch time. So let's head over to our final feature, which would be Upbeat. Yes.
With DJ Collision.
Here we go.
Keeping the tempo with producer.
Have you ever wondered what it's like being a producer? Yeah. What really happens behind the scenes? Or even what it takes to produce a track?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
This week on Upbeat, producer Kalfani from Kalfani Records explains how his life transitioned into music. Kalfani, welcome to Upbeat.
Yeah, DJ Collision, thanks for having me here.
Okay, so let's delve right into things. Who is Kalfani?
Well, Kalfani is a producer, that tries to keep everybody in the home happy and dancing with good vibes and good music.
Okay, so what was the story behind the Curfew song?
To be honest, there's not really a story behind the Curfew song. It was a lockdown and, it really get frustrating. So it was a case where I had to go to studio early. So I go to studio early one day and I end up, make a beat and ding end up reach studio late in the evening. So him hear the rhythm and it was really film idea because he be really frustrated. So I really ding idea. So ding hear the rhythm and the rest are just history. Curfew.
Cool. Alright, so what's your favorite thing about working with some of the biggest entertainers in the industry? Namely Shensia, Ding Dong and TJ. Just to name a few.
For me, it's knowing that I'm the one who is in control of recording and arranging and producing and even making the beats for these hit songs, It's all about the energy and the vibe because me work off of energy and vibe, and everybody have them own unique vibe and energy, So I always look forward to working with them, and finding the next hit song. Cause, at the end of the day, where I produce, we want to find hit song.
Where you there? Inside. Where you there? Inside. Where you are though? Me just a chill inside. Netflix inside. Megabox inside. Like up the place like broker. City that circle like police. Curfew the place like soldier.
Hello.
Alfani, much respect for passing through.
DJ Collision, it was a pleasure being here. You can follow me on Instagram at one Kalfani.
Tune in to Upbeat with me, DJ Collision, this and every Wednesday as we keep the tempo with the geniuses who work on these hits.
That one not name it, but the bucket, it but the bucket. When we set up a thing, that one not name it, but the bucket.
All right, that was Upbeat with DJ Collision. We're pretty much out of time. We want to say a very special thanks to everyone who's been on the buzz tonight. We want to say thanks to Mr. Tuggaz, our music artist.
Big thank you to Tanya Stevens for coming through.
And of course, we want to say thanks to Lollipop too, also for giving us his take on the
participating in a discussion.
For sure.
And I really like how him handle things.
Yeah, man. You're rich, youth, rich. Keep it up, son. And of course, we want to say thanks to our team here. Production assistants, Shamara Preston, Vivine, and of course, Jody Ann. And our technical operator, DJ Lollipop. Studio engineer, DJ Kamar. And our telephone operator is Jody K. Tucker. And guess who else? Our social media specialist, Peter Broadba. Thank you all. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. We out.
Yep.